fact is, if you can drop the bomb out the bag as well.
Yep. Yeah, you don't bring it for that. But...
Nope. Oh, yeah, I like that reinforce.
It's 2 of the shots.
I mean, I don't hate it.
Okay, well, the good news is I've managed to slap my PC back to life again, which is pretty good. And we're now live for the 3rd time. But let's see how long that actually goes on for. So have I missed any damage while I was doing all this? Have I missed any? Oh, good grief, look at this.
Damage from me.
Basically, one of the OGs did a sloop. Well, not a hard sloop.
Yeah.
And one of them is just went forward. Suvio went flying into it. Boba flew into the middle of the box and took a reinforce forward.
Yep.
And Dengar just kind of battled in at the end.
Cool. So I assume that this is a shot from red. Nope, this is a Dengar shot.
Dengar into red. So that's a spend and using Dengar or using Greedo to. That's 1 crit going through on the shields, so I'm not worried too much about it.
Okay.
Boba with the range 1.
Yep, and all the
rerolls and fearless.
I mean, it's 4 hits. Let's just.
No, it's not.
It's actually not.
Well, no, it can be. I think he has 3 rerolls, but this roll plus 1.
Yep.
To be honest, I was hoping for a little bit more from that. I mean,
slightly better.
Not bad.
Let's figure this if he remembers it. Remember it. He remembered.
Yeah.
So 2 hits and a crit. He eventually got there. Watch Natty's.
Okay, so going through.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course, because of the bomb damage earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I feel like... So... IG88 down to... Is that 4 health on red?
It is. It's half points, yeah.
Yeah, it's half points. Okay, so as you can see at the top of...
Oh, damn, the other way round.
Who's he firing with?
He's firing with yellow.
And yellow gets hit crit. Will he spend...
That's a dead Boba.
That is a 100% dead Boba. Rolls. He's not dead just yet. Don't be a... Oh no! Oh dear. So, sadly, Boba Fett has departed.
I actually think that was the correct way to shoot with him. Because now you can take Zuvio out the back and just not ignore Dengar for the turn. Because if he takes Boba out with red, he's then shooting Dengar and losing his thingamajiggers.
So Navi's to save a bit of grace.
I kind of needed that.
Yep. And then the Auto Blasters 2. So hit crit into Zuvio. So half points there. Obviously no shot from Zuvio as he is bumped into D. So this is a range 1 shot. 3 dice into 2 with a focus.
But no fearless.
No, so shoot now.
Spend the focus down.
Absolutely spend the focus.
Oh my god, he didn't.
Doesn't, and 1 evade. So no damage taken there. Has there's a shot. Has he used Dengar's ability yet?
Only out from her.
Yeah, he hasn't had the ability to trigger it.
And there we go. So, as we can see from the top of our screens, my good people, I apologize profusely for what TTS has been doing to me during this game. But at the minute, with just under 40 minutes still left, Jonathan from Ireland has destroyed 63 points of the Welsh list, but Dan Barringer leads by 53 and has got a total of 116. So, boys, halfway through, what do you think?
I would like to be in better shape right now.
Yeah, I'm happy with the points, but that IG is taking at least 1 damage now, just straight away before it moves. Potentially triggering the fueling before it gets to move as well.
Yeah, I mean, absolute worst case scenario, you can die from it just.
Yeah.
Two hits, and one of them needs to be a crit.
Which is, interesting. Also, not a lot of actions coming for Dan this turn, I don't think.
I would agree. I would say he does have clear. Yeah, I would say. Did the edgies have a 1 forward?
They do, yes.
They do.
So I would think red is likely within a 1 forward tokening up.
Or if he's still got it, he'd probably flip the fuel leak.
Possibly. I mean,
does he get shot this turn? I don't think he does. So,
I think there's a strong possibility Dengar does a slip, and that will get him a shot. Slip or
does the slip fit?
The slip left. I think it actually depends on Zuvio to a degree, but I think so. Yeah, I think the slip fits.
Yeah. So Dan's dropping thermals.
Yeah.
He's dropping 2. I'm assuming.
Why would you not drop 2? Yep. So with only 2 hull left on Zuvio, it'd be interesting to see what his maneuver is from Jonathan.
At this point, if he does not remember his, there we go.
Yeah.
So one guaranteed damage, 2 more to
that was
roll.
one of those that we would all be happy to say we don't need to pin it down.
Yeah.
Down to there, 3 left. And safe.
Oh.
And safe.
I mean, you know it's a possibility, but
I mean,
we won't have to like it.
You hate to see it when it's you, don't you?
Yeah.
So here we go. TIE Fighter exits stage right, takes an evade.
Yeah.
I don't think that is going to do much.
Sloop here. Remembering with the ability he can go anywhere that he wants with that, which is why there's 3 things there. And the sloop fits, gets the stress. A 1 forward here from red could be interesting. Certainly interesting. Removes his stress and a double calculate, I would assume.
I was actually looking at the reverse from Zuvio.
The reverse would be fantastic if he has done that.
I mean, if he's thought about it, I don't know if he has. I was thinking about it, but I was like, there was the chance that, I mean, I think that's probably... He may have thought about it, he did not act upon it.
No. And now within 2 range, well, a range 1 shot from red.
I don't think it is.
He's in.
I think he's just out of arc.
Yeah, he's in range of 1 of the thermals.
So that'll be Gleb. That's possibly what he's wanting to Dengar to focus up before he
Sloops over.
I'm hoping he has slipped over.
I hope he's slipped over. And that would be a really good thing from both players and well flown from both players. So let's see what he actually does here.
The more he thought about that stress, the less I'm thinking it is. Nope. Oh, so he was considering bombing instead of eating the bombs. That's what he was thinking.
So there's the stress.
Oh.
Thermals
Oh,
everywhere.
This is not going to be very nice for red, because that is a range 1 bullseye auto blaster with a fuel leak.
So Dengar at this minute in time completely untouched. First thermal does zip. Second thermal, just raise the tension a bit. Does one.
1 damage.
So
on the Dengar, and then Zivio 1 damage. Not dead, it's okay. I mean, I think we have to expect Zivio to die here, and I am hoping red dies.
Well, I would assume 4 hits this time.
I'm assuming nothing. 4 hits, one of which is a crit, which is unstoppable. So that's 2 guaranteed damage going through. One of these does not. So we need 1 blank or 3 focuses.
So he's got the focus token for the 4 hits, and as you say, with Greedo, there's an extra. There it is. So 3 hits and a crit. End of 3 greens. He'll won't be seeing exactly what you can see on your screen, which is 3 squiggles. Gets 1, so 2 hits and a crit. The first one because of fuel.
Sorry, Steve?
I said I'd be dead anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, he needed 3 symbols, and one of them had to be an evade because he only had the 2 calculates. Because the crit was guaranteeing 2 damage through, so we had to prevent. Actually, yeah, he needed to prevent all 3 hits.
So we'll just move these around. Well, we've got them where they are. So there we go. It is now a 16-point game.
So range 2 obstructed. I'm assuming on the Zivio. Are they going with the cannon?
He's
to try and pick up a little cheeky crit.
Yep.
Wrong decision.
I think so. Chances a crit there, much.
So just the one.
I mean,
no focus because of the slip. 3 back gets the 1. Zuvio lives another round.
He gets a second crack with the must be the auto blaster this time. There's no point shooting with anything else.
No, he's got by the primary first.
Yep.
Oh, it must be the primary. I thought it was just after you attack.
No.
He's got to be.
Hold on. Is that Red's ability? Yeah, Red's
ability. Yeah, so Yellow does not have that as an inherent ability. So, as we can see, with about half an hour left, the score is 116 to 100. So my suggestion would probably be try and half the IG as much as you can, and that could be a win. Dan very simply needs to just blow Dengar off the board.
If he gets half on Dengar, he can just run away.
Yep.
The IG's worth more.
And the IG is worth more. So when we're looking at this, checking the points totals of the ships, they're both 74 points, so 37 for the half. Half of Dengar is 33. So bear that in mind while we keep going. I'll have a wee quick juke into the chat. Hello, Christoph. Greets to Poland, and we will say Sláinte because I'm Irish. So cheers, thank you for being in this kind of problematic stream, but I think we're dealing with it a bit better now. We have a full, excellent connection again, so let's hope it stays that way for the next half an hour. Good game.
Oh, yet another game that I think is going to go quite long. So taking the double tap off definitely helped a little bit. I would be surprised if there's any shots this round. I reckon everyone's just clearing that stress.
I would assume so.
I think we have a case here with the Mining Guild. I think the IG gets buffed by Dengar, and well, Zuvio just does something.
One bank right, I would imagine, just to clear the stress and stay relevant.
So 3k there from the guild. Nice little easy peasy one forward for his double calculate, which is ability.
Target lock. I think I'd have been tempted to target lock there. I can't see a good way for Dengar to get a shot on you there without taking the crack back, which he doesn't want.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And there's the bump.
Sure something that was happening all day long. So here,
as team captains, what would you like your guys to do next turn? Because now all the stress is gone.
So what I would like, I think, is I would just look like a forward maneuver from Dengar. A hard to just to that IG is probably doing a turnaround at this point.
I would assume so.
Probably a slope left.
I would assume so.
I mean, I don't. Dengar cannot really turn right, so yeah, straight maneuver. Potentially take out that tie before it shoots.
Yeah, because I think if they both go straight, it's actually in bullseye.
Yes, and I would be. I wouldn't put any money on it, but it looks like it is just.
Yeah, that's one of the. Because I quite like a straight maneuver from the tie as well. Just like I think maybe.
Yeah, I think
3 or 4
forward. Not shooting this turn.
Yeah.
And I think if you're going to turn anyway, he's probably turning right down towards Zuvio to finish him off if he can. Although, again, I don't think that's likely, but I think he's definitely not turning left.
Yeah, I think. What I'd like to see is I'd like to see the IG drop 2 thermals, do the super over the top of Dengar, and do a 2 forward with the type.
Yeah.
Let's just see how good our premonitions are, because I definitely see thermals being dropped. I would definitely like to see Dengar and the TIE Fighter go head to head. But if we're all sitting thinking this, let's hope for Jonathan's sake he hasn't done a hard 2, or that could be good night before he even gets to fire. So
He'll be fine. I think he can barrel all the way from it if that does happen.
We shall certainly see. Dials are set on the Welsh side. And Jonathan always takes his time with Dengar.
Yeah, one thing I do know is that does like to save one of the thermals.
Yeah, just as a threat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd be chucking them both out, but he might not.
Yeah. I think we've had similar conversations about those proxies. Like the threat of a proxy sometimes, like you just saw, the one that only did 1 damage, the threat of a proxy sometimes does more work than the proxy itself.
Yeah. It's the area denial.
Yeah, very much so. It's the fear factor. Gotta put it in them. So, just wondering if Johnny has predicted the thermal drop. I mean, obviously you can ride the whirlwind and just hope that you don't roll any hits, but I think that's optimistic when you only have 1 hull left.
Yeah.
So just checking in the chat there. Hello, Jenny. Hope you're keeping well. She was wondering who was commentating with Gary and myself. It's Steve Gage. He is the Welsh captain. Thank you for Nick Harris for pointing that out as well.
Friend on any other day.
So 23 minutes to go. Tight game.
Yeah, it looks like dials are all set, so I think we're just in the system phase now, maybe.
I would assume so. I would like to see for the people watching and us commentating a seismic in this system phase.
Thermal.
Well, for Boba.
Seismics went where the dodo with Boba.
So, Zuvio's dial has been onset. I've been quite impressed with the standard of flying so far, especially in those last 2 rounds ago. That was precision from both players.
I don't actually hate like just a straight maneuver from Zuvio here. Because as you say, if Zuvio goes down, he can just run with the IG.
Yep. Except as Dan has got an initiative, he would be shooting first. So that's the only issue with that. So I think we're ready to go now.
Dengar's not set.
Oh dear me. Definitely wanting to make the right choice. And with this amount of time left in the game, I wouldn't accuse anybody of slow playing, but you do need to make sure you're doing the right maneuver. So let's see what he eventually goes for. Have you guys been watching other games and other streams? While we're waiting for Johnny to make his choice.
To the detriment of all other social activities this week, yes.
Yeah, me too.
You've got work on at the minute, don't you, Steve?
I do, yeah. So fortunately, work commitments have died down a bit now because I've been doing a uni course as well, which has been.
That's the work I was actually referring to. Cause
but now that's done. That's gone. So I have been doing a lot more X-Wing than I have previously.
It's a postgrad that you're doing?
No, it's a second undergrad.
Good for you. Be the eternal student. I applaud that a lot. So he actually did do what you wanted. He threw both out. So
he threw both out, yeah, and then did the sloop.
Yeah.
And let's see where.
So the question is,
Zuvio reverse. Yeah, okay. Like that a great deal out of arc.
Oh.
Interesting choice.
That was not what was expected.
No, I don't think any of us expected that.
Well, I think he's dodged him.
It's really tight.
But
he might clip him. I mean, I think Dengar was taking those all day long. So
one shield, all shields. So three done, 2 more for half health. Now.
No, so he can't shoot at the front currently.
Nope. No not.
Yeah.
But he has got time guns.
He does indeed. So 3v3, no modifier for Dengar because it's a sloop. It's a crit, and natties.
I'd have preferred to have seen a hit there. Because that Greedo is still active.
And it's a must.
It is a must. Oh, don't worry, Johnny will remember it. I can assure you he's feeling it as much as I am. That the only thing we feel good about is the fact that, oh no. I was about to say these are unmodified.
Wow.
So one more. So the first damage into hull from Wells.
That, however, is supposed to be a crit.
Yeah.
It is, yes.
We can just hope they remember.
They're not going to.
Sadly.
Oh, hold on.
And herein lies the thing. So there's the 3 hits. We cannot get involved, and we have now went to the next phase. And no shots from either ship remaining. So sadly, Dan did not take advantage of the Greedo
Okay,
there.
so I was going to say, why didn't Greedo or Dengar take a shot? That was the false transponder codes going off yellow.
Correct.
Right.
So 1 more damage into Dengar.
Greedo is a May.
Greedo was a May. Okay.
He's a May, yeah.
So 20 minutes to go. Still an incredibly tight game. Jonathan would need 17 to lead by a point. Problem being, there's only 1 shield off IG-88D.
Okay, so Dengar's 1 away from half.
Correct.
He is.
And he's also going to, you'd think, is going to be doing a blue maneuver.
I would say that is very likely, yes.
How well Dan knows the dial.
I mean, I will be.
I mean, the
shocked
Jumpmaster
if
is
it's
just.
not
I'd be amazed if it isn't a strike, to be fair.
Yeah.
Not even actually sure you want to block with the tie.
You see, when I saw this list, I thought that the ties were there for that, which was to kind of ensure that, you know, the bigger ships bump and don't get actions. So, you know, there's a focus. There's a bank 1 to relieve the stress from Idiot D. Takes his double calculate. Stay there. It's an unobstructed shot. That's maybe not so bad. Takes a focus.
If this is it's a 1.
And it's a 1.
Okay. Now, Dengar has no shot. Oh no, he's got auto blasters.
He is auto
Yeah,
blasters.
just a range 3, he doesn't have a shot.
Yeah.
So an auto blaster shot.
Range 1.
Greedo that for 2 crits. Blank out here would remove all the shields. No thank you, says the other bro. And will then try and dish some immense pain into Dengar. As what 1 is going to give him an awful lot more. So 4 die into 2 with 2 calculates. I'll get rid of the dice. Doing very well. So I'm expecting at least 3 here. I would possibly. I would spend it all to guarantee half points.
It's 2 damage if he spends everything.
Oh, I don't know if I like that. I don't like the half measure.
Yeah, I know. You go all in.
We go all or nothing.
Yep.
You either completely turtle up for to try and take no damage, or you.
Yeah, actually you get down to 1 if you do that.
Down to 1. Trigger Zam. Zam now fully charged.
Oh, Zam's been fully charged for quite some time.
Yeah, but is going to fire back with his Dengar ability. And gets.
I mean, this is why he saved it for defense.
Yeah, I understand why he saved it, but like, if you save 1, I think you save both.
Yeah.
Although, it does seem to be completely the correct decision.
So after all that, 2 rounds of shooting in D, he has still got 1 shield left, 2 away from being halved. This is becoming quite So there we go. That's the end of this. So Dan now leads by exactly 49. Even the half on IG is only 37, so he would need to do half on IG plus another 13, which would be 150. So Jonathan now needs to get rid of the TIE Fighter or destroy IG-88 to get the 74. But with only 3 hull left on Dengar, it's going to be a tight finish to this one.
So, for me, I think I would be doing a 1 forward here with Dengar. Because I think you have... So, IG has to pretty much trundle forward and bump. I don't think a 4K fits. There's no way a slip fits. You're just risking landing on that rock. So I think that's just going to trundle forward, probably like with a hard turn.
Yep.
The Mining Guild tie, I would say, is doing a hard 2 left, and that probably blocks both of the turnarounds.
I would
or it
assume
certainly
that.
certainly puts it in a position where the turnarounds become very, very risky.
Yeah. Stephen, your thoughts?
I think the K-Tim fits.
I mean, I'm looking at it and I do kind of agree with you.
I think there's less than Dengar's base width between the two, which means it would fit. As long as it doesn't clip the... I don't think it would clip the protector of what's the Zuvio. However, if
you mean from the IG?
From the IG,
yeah.
that's what he's talking about. So.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, that's fine.
And the TIE's 4K, I think, does fit as well.
Well, you would work with the TIE as well.
No, I'd probably do a hard one. Go after Zuvio.
Oh, you turn in? Right, okay. Yeah. Because I think Zuvio's doing a reverse here.
I think Zuvio does the reverse. And I would agree that Dengar should probably just trundle forward.
Yeah, I think you think Zuvio versus diagonally towards the rock.
So there is the 3 hard. Ignoring obstacles as he's an annoying person.
Yep. Ooh. I would have gone the other way.
1 hard from IG. So all 3 of us have got these predictions completely wrong. And he will go for his double calculate as per normal.
I think this reverse is a given.
No.
Oh my god.
Oh no, it wasn't.
Oh no.
Oh well, Dengar's going to stoop now because that's the thing we didn't predict.
Well, absolutely. I mean, yeah, that's. I don't think we can predict anything in this at the minute. So, use of Gleb, take a stress and that.
100% agree with that. Yeah.
I agree with that too. The 3 over here, but firing into a 3 defense jump master with 2 calculates is.
I mean, on the plus side, that's all the dice.
It is.
Yeah.
So, range 1, 4 dice, end of 3. He needs at least 2 damage to go through here.
I think he needs a minor miracle.
Well, I believe in miracles.
Yeah, it's in his arc, so like these are not going through automatically.
Yeah. However, a crit, it will still hurt.
No, he's not spending.
Oh my god.
I think that's.
I think that's.
I would say that's a nail in the coffin because with 4 going into Dengar and only 2 greens.
Yeah.
Your reds need to be real bad here.
Yeah, I mean he's guaranteed 1 hit as well.
Yeah, that's it.
So one of the blanks is a hit.
So here we go. Probably to decide the game in the favour of Dan. They fall down.
End it all, that's end it all. Yes.
And Dengar, very sadly for Ireland, has left the building. Zuvio on one hull and a dream. But he does get to fire back before he disappears with the Dengar ability. He has a focus. He has the target lock. He's spent that. That is 3 hits and a crit. Oh, all goes through. 3 hits, 1 crit. So 1 shield, 1 damage, a second damage, a crit is a console fire.
But has already engaged this turn. And Zivio is not getting a shot on him next turn because he's going to do a hard 3 right and clear that console fire. If he's alive.
If he's alive. 3 here. Unmodded. 1. That could be enough. Unmodded back. Zuvio still does what he needs to do and stay alive. But at the minute...
Zivio, I have much faith in Zivio, but even I think he's not bringing this back.
I don't think Zuvio can bring this back at all. With the time remaining, I can't see anything. 6 minutes left to go in this 5th game of this Group C match between Ireland and Wales.
So I'm going to shut the chance that Zuvio kills that type right now. There's no got Fox in behind left.
Yes.
It's going to go too far. It's not going to... I don't think it clips him. And as long as that tie does not turn left, I mean, Beats should 100% drop it because I don't think he's getting a better opportunity to drop it.
He won't get a better opportunity.
Hope that there's a mistake, and then you do a hard 2 and hope that that IG is still in your arc, and you get a downtime because I think realistically the console fire is probably being flipped this turn because that is another danger for.
That's a huge danger.
I don't think it has to be, but it makes things very, very hairy. I would be surprised if that tie is not doing a 4K and the template is going to go past it. Not over, so it's only if that tie turns left.
Well, under 5 minutes to go. Let's see what they've got. So
You need to half the tie and kill.
Yeah.
There's
not a impulse.
Not a chance.
I actually think this game was turned on that first Boba move, the 3 back in. I was expecting him to do a hard 2 into the corner and come right behind the pairing.
And there you go. Console fire flipped. 1 hard in there. Take your focus. Take your range 1. Go out in a blaze of glory.
Surely.
No, he's still stressed.
Oh, you can't do that then. Yeah.
No.
And that just ends that. So congratulations to Dan. Let's see.
They're both I4. He gets a crack back.
He has a crack back. But there we go. The Welsh comeback is on. Poor Zuvio explodes. He also gets a little chance to try and do something with his dice. And as a stressy boy, he gets nothing but eyeballs. What a great game.
What would have taken half points there in that first engage was just... the fact, maybe if Dengar had done, a faster maneuver and actually got arc on something to take a meaningful shot, maybe. But yeah,
Well,
I think
it's getting close. That's now 3-2 to Ireland, and a game coming real soon. Within the next 45 minutes, Richard Polly is taking the team mantle for Team Ireland. And who's he playing, Stephen?
I think that might be me.
I think it might be you, sir.
Yeah, so hopefully I can bring it back to 3-all, and then all the pressure's on tomorrow's game.
so. All I can hope is that your refusal to put a hull upgrade onto a fire spray might cost you.
Yeah, it was for the bid.
I know, I 100% saw it. It's like, and you have the best fire spray bid in the group. No other fire spray bid outbid you. I was like, oh, because I thought we'd done well going to 5, but you went to 6. And I was just going, oh, I don't know. Because you took, we took the false transponders off ours, and you took the hull upgrade off yours. I think other than that, they're almost identical. Although I think your crew are the other way around.
They are. I got the crew flipped. Yeah, that's what made us think that the T-70s would have a good shot against it, because you can't just roll in and take their mods off the first turn, which makes it much more of a game.
Yeah. Yeah, like we obviously knew that we were sacrificing a little bit there, but it was just the first engagement. We kind of thought, in the mirror, and if that's something that they gave that option to me. But and again, hull, we have the hull in Zam. I think that people typically put it on Django, but we have it in Zam. Just to say, he's the piece that often matters more.
Yeah. It's the one that would normally go first.
Yeah.
As well. So having to put that bit of extra damage through to kick it off is a bit of a pain.
So, Jenny, yes, the Rich P and Steve match is being streamed by our good friend Scott at Hexile Gaming. I'm sure you guys all know that Twitch channel. And that's pretty much it from the Tauntaun Squadron. I'd like to thank the chat and the people who were watching. Thank you so much indeed for sticking with us through all those little technical difficulties we had at the start. And a massive thank you to both Gary and Stephen, the team captains of Ireland and Wales, for joining me in the box. So thanks very much, guys.
Oh, thanks for having us.
My pleasure. This is the Tauntaun Squadron. We will cover as many games as we can. Things just got interesting in Group C. Take it easy. Bye.